everyone, welcome back to the Hangover with Cosmos. With Cosmos on the main episode, I guess as it would be called. We are talking sun burps, sun acid reflux, sun vomit, basically all the fun flares and coronal mass ejections and what's a who's-its? I don't know.
What?
I don't know. What the sun does. All the activity on the sun. Oh, what are you bringing up? Pictures of the sun?
Yeah,
You're gonna try and show the populace.
Oh, the light gets in the way.
Yeah.
This
here,
is.
Here. Oh,
yeah.
I'll do it. This is gonna mess up our. No. It's bright like the sun.
Yeah, so that is actually from today, actually.
Oh, is that from today?
Yeah, so this is, and right there you can see a little bright, kind of a little flare happening.
Bright flare.
Yeah, you've got a couple little bright things. Now, when we say that like the sun on averages during the maximum like 3 times a day, those are the ones that we can fucking see. There's a whole side of the sun that faces away.
Yeah, but we have spacecraft going around though. We see, or are we only capturing it as it rotates around? How many spacecraft do we have? What are the spacecraft we have?
Oh shit, we got a lot of spacecraft.
All right, pull up that list. Let's see what spacecraft we got checking out the sun. The eyes on the sun.
Yeah, it's probably a full shot of the sun, but I do think it's kind of on the lower. These are lower estimates, so it's actually more.
Ah, okay.
All right, let's see. We got SDO.
Solar Dynamic Observatory. Solar Dynamic Observatory.
And then we got Ruby Soho, the Soho Observatory.
I don't understand the reference.
Rancid, Ruby Soho.
Oh, my mom says, so it shows blue. That's just, he's mad now. That's just the type of wavelength that they're looking in. So it's not necessarily that it's blue, but it's just like the filter that they're using to observe. So there's like red and blue and green and yellow, and I don't listen to Rancid. I was a metalhead for Halloween. Rancid's not metal.
No, but I have to know who your friggin' people you listening to are.
If I made some obscure metal quote, you wouldn't know it.
But my best friend's a metalhead. Which is actually the name of a song, but it's true.
Really?
It is the name of a song. But it's true. It's true. My best friend is a metalhead.
Aww.
And at no point in the song does it say my best friend's a metalhead. Anyway,
Okay.
Other spacecraft that are following the sun are Yoko.
Oh no.
I know, right? Not spelled like that. It's Yohko.
It's spelled like phonetically.
Yeah.
Yoko.
Originally it was the Solar A probe.
Oh, why are they?
Okay.
Is it Japanese?
Yoko brought them out. I
Okay.
don't know. The wind spacecraft, which is studying the solar wind.
Oh, it's called Wind and it's studying. That is a case where they're like, all right, let's fit words into the acronym we've made. What does WIND stand for?
I don't know. It's studying the wind.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say. The GOES spacecraft.
Goes.
Yeah, these are stationed in geostationary orbit around Earth.
Okay, so they're around Earth and they don't move to look at the sun as it rotates.
Well,
around?
they're above the same point over Earth.
Okay.
And so they do.
They orbit the Earth,
but at
they
the same
have
rate
to,
that
they're
it
not.
orbits. Yeah.
Could we have? Never mind. I'm not gonna ask the question because it's gonna detract.
Yeah, and so its main job is look at the X-rays, look at the little radiation burps.
Oh, okay.
That come out, and it what is used to measure the ABC, MX. The RECI, the Reuven Ramity High Energy Solar Spacecraft Imager.
No, spectral imager.
Spectral imager. So,
Okay.
They clearly wanted to put a name in that one.
Yeah.
So, SOHO, which is the
SOHO.
Solar and Heliospheric Observatory.
Okay, so I was pretty.
Been going since 1995, so
Wow.
26 years now.
Yeah.
TRACE, the Transition Region and Corona Explorer.
Oh.
Yeah. SDO, which is Solar Dynamic Observatory. And SOHO and SDO is where you can get some really great images.
GOES, geostationary operational environmental satellites.
Yeah, there you go.
They go.
I now I just have like the Packlids in my head from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Go, we are strong. We make the ship go. The High Node spacecraft was actually launched by Japan.
Hinode.
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 American.
A-E-I-O-U. That's how they pronounce the vowels. A-E-I-O-U. Watched a lot of anime.
The Advanced Composition Explorer, also known as ACE.
ACE!
And then MAVEN, the Mars Atmosphere and Volatile... What is that? The Volatile Evolution mission, which is at Mars. It's actually at Mars, and it's... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, at Mars, looking at the sun.
Yeah, and because it's part of its mission where it is trying to figure out how much of Mars' atmosphere is stripped away by the sun, so it has to watch the sun.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
And then the Solar Terrestrial Relations Observatory, also known as Stereo.
Stereo. A and B. Are they still active? Ron asked if they're still a thing. It does not say in this
They're
Wikipedia
still
article.
operational.
Oh, are they?
B was lost in 2014, but A is still operational.
Oh, B.
Yeah, so it's not really stereo anymore, is it?
Oh, no, it's mono.
Yeah. What is that for light? Is it? I mean, it wouldn't be mono, but
I don't know.
yeah, but those are some of the spacecraft, and I really like the Mars one, MAVEN.
MAVEN.
Yeah, I mean SDO and SOHO give incredible images, but MAVEN actually shows you how the sun's fucking with the planet. Basically, it's showing how the sun is stripping the atmosphere of Mars, and that has implications for Earth because the Earth is going to lose this magnetic field one day, and the sun is going to strip away our atmosphere.
Wow. So the sun is it's kind of a bully.
Yeah, you know, it's a loving parent, but it also smacks you around quite a bit. So
it's a parent that loves you, but also engages in child abuse.
It's a tough love.
It's a tough love. Is that what it is? It's a tough love.
Yeah. No, smacking around is not tough love. That's just your dick as a parent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you smack around.
I heard the center is like at the center. The sentence says your dick is a parent, like a parent. It's a parent that your dick is.
Okay.
Anyway.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Anyway, I mean, it's no. I'm gonna move us off of that. It's no wonder that cultures throughout the history of humanity have always, revered or feared, or there's always some sun aspect involved in like mythology or, what have you, because the sun is the dominant figure in the solar system and for life on Earth.
Yeah, without the sun, life doesn't exist. Not at all. And so I mean, I think that there's a reason why. Like for the Egyptians, Ra was the sun god and the most important of the gods. And it is responsible for growing our crops, which makes the cows live, which makes our hamburgers taste so good.
It makes the cows live.
Which makes me live. Like a lot of me live.
Jack says we're gonna need to invent shields ASAP, and then my mom goes, "That sounds like the Borg ship."
We gotta get the fuck out. That's we gotta get out. We can't stick around. If humanity is to survive, we have to leave the solar system.
There's so many ways that this planet is not habitable in the long run.
Yes.
So many various circumstances.
If you would like just a few of these, then you can watch our previous episode.
1001 ways space can kill it.
Yeah.
Can kill us.
Yeah. So we have to leave. We have to get out. We can't stick around.
Here's the problem, though. Just aside from technology and distances between space and faster than light travel and all that kind of fun, impossible physics things, but wherever we go, let's even pretend we gain Star Trek level technology.
Okay, so we can warp space.
So we can warp space and we can travel beyond our solar system. If we find or go to or whatever another planet, a moon, what have you, well, those objects they need their own sun. And so, at the end of the day, either way you go, you're gonna need a star to hang out with, and that star is gonna be not stable forever. It's gonna be deadly, and yeah. So it's almost like if you reach that level of technological advancement in order to travel through the galaxy. We'll just leave it at the galaxy for right now.
Yeah.
You would, over the long run, for a species to have a long-lasting civilization, they would eventually have to keep moving.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very nomadic life.
It would be on a very long scale of time, of course. Right.
So I mean, if you're looking to move, you're going to want to.
Jack said, "You don't own the star; you lease it."
Yeah. That's perfect right there. You don't want to go to, say, a blue star or a white star.
Oh, no.
Because once you get there, those stars they're probably in the process of ending their lives.
Short lives. You want like a smaller...
Live hard, die hard.
You want a smaller, dim red dwarf star, really.
Well,
but
no,
even
then,
they're temperamental too.
You don't even want those.
Oh, gosh.
So you're going to have to find kind of a real young, sun-like star. Mm-hmm. So that when you get there...
So just an average of the... You don't want anything too fancy. You don't want anything too, dull. You just want plain Jane.
Yep.
Just
so
average.
The problem with little stars, and Liz alluded to this, saying they're temperamental, is yes, these little stars, they live very long times.
They just get grumpy. They're just so old.
If you think the Earth, that the sun is shooting off a lot of flares and CMEs, these little stars, they do it more often.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that's not good at all.
No.
And so
they're just constantly. They just, you come on by and they're just like, "Get off my grass! Get the fuck out of here, you fucking whippersnappers!" Which is how I am when any child walks into our yard. Get out of here.
Yes. I am the same way, and these could be like little elementary kids going to school.
Why are you stepping on our grass? There's a sidewalk right there. Get out of the grass.
Halloween was like, "Don't come look at our Halloween decorations."
Don't steal it.
Don't steal it. I'm always worried you're going to steal it. They never do.
I like this, Jack. Little stars that could
kill you.
Yes.
Did you ever see that show, Little Star That Could? It's a planetarium show.
Oh, no, I didn't. I don't think I ever did, no. Mm-mm.
It's a cute little show.
Yeah.
And it's talking stars.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah. But they secretly want to murder you. They want to bring that kid into a false sense of reality.
That could be a fun revamp of that show. Just a little adult twist to it, where they're actually murderers.
You know what? I know a good planetarium producing crew that can do it.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. And 42 Creative, they can do it.
Oh, can they?
They are a sponsor of this podcast.
Oh, are they? I guess they do put all their time and energy and occasional money into it.
Yeah. So, yes, they sponsor it. In fact, they show up every 2 weeks, unlike some of us.
Well, look, he's always on assignment.
Okay. I think he needs to figure out what's important.
Apparently, it's an epic favorite at Jack's place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you really think about it, stars don't like to be God, even with it written out, I can't say it.
It's
anthropomorphized. But it's what we do, Ron. We gotta make everything
we do
have
it for
feelings and, Little Sky of Horrors.
Oh, shit, that's a good one.
That's good. Damn. Write that down. Mom, text that to me right now. Little Sky of Horrors. I like that.
Shit,
damn. Now I wish Halloween hasn't happened yet.
Oh, we're gonna make a Halloween show. Ron
good.
and Jack can help us.
They used to talk about racism and bullying.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I like that. Okay. Look at that. See, you can use astronomy for more than just science and space stuff.
Bigger conversations.
Yeah.
I'm using it to say fuck Nazis right now.
You are. If you really think about it, the universe. I mean,
I was waiting, just a bated breath. What's she gonna say? And then it never came.
I take a while to get.
All right. Anyway, the universe.
My thoughts. I mean, it's basically just made of stars and some dust and gas.
Actually, it's made of shit we don't know what it is.
Well, okay, yes, a lot of it's made of shit we can't see. Don't know what it is.
96%.
But what we can see.
Katie. That's great.
But I mean, a galaxy is just a collection of stars with dust and gas. But the dust and gas comes together to make stars.
Wait a minute, say again? What?
A galaxy is just a collection of stars.
Yes.
With some dust and gas.
Yeah.
But that dust and gas comes together to make stars.
Yeah, that's true.
So a galaxy is just like star collections with just some little extra pieces of debris floating around in it.
And then 6% of stuff we don't know what it is.
Yeah, we can't see it. So we're like,
Which is just an absolute amazing thing to think about. For me, is 1997. We knew about dark matter.
Uh-huh.
We've known about that for a very long time.
How long?
We've known about, I'm going to be, 1970s, Vera Rubin proved the existence of dark matter.
Oh no. I asked a question that led to Vera Rubin. Oh gosh, I didn't know that was going to lead to a trigger point. But also, that's not a very long time.
No, but she did not get the recognition that she deserved.
Yeah,
and we know why she didn't.
Yeah, because
she has a
vagina.
Yes, and so we've known about dark matter at least since the 70s, early 80s.
Okay, when you said long time, I was like thinking.
Okay,
couple hundred years.
All right, Fritz Zwicky,
mm-hmm.
He was the first to postulate dark matter. And so it's been around, the thought of it's been around since like the 30s and 40s and stuff like that. And people were like, oh, fuck no. And then Vera Rubin's like, hold my beer.
Meanwhile, in the early 1900s, like seances were cool.
Yeah, true. True.
I'm sorry, I got to touch on a couple points here in chat. First of all, going back to the using the Star Show to talk about racism bullying. Globular clusters were gangs in the lessons. Globular clusters as gangs. I find that really great. Okay. You got something? And then Ron, his colleague at school, specializes in horror film production, and they're discussing a planetarium project. Get it out.
I don't even know what's there. There's just something that's there.
It's maybe some dark
It's the
matter.
universe trying to kill me.
Some dark energy.
Yeah, the universe is like, you will not talk about dark matter, dark energy.
That's really cool, Ron. That's exciting.
All right, so I was trying to not cough while you were talking. So my colleague at school specializes in film production. God damn it. Cool. Let us know.
Do you want some water?
I have a whole drink right
yeah,
here.
But that has it's not like a refreshing throat cleansing drink. And so my mom says, and now we know it's everywhere, right? Well.
You mean dark matter and dark energy? Yes, it is pervasive through the universe. Apparently dark energy is just fundamental nature of it's like the repulsive force of the vacuum.
Yeah, I can tell you're getting real choked up about it.
Yeah. God, it just really brings a tear to my eye. Dark matter is everywhere, but it's not everywhere. It's in strands, so it's dark matter is very clumpy. And so there are voids of dark matter where you don't find a lot of it. But it is the glue that kind of holds the structure of the universe together, kind of
holding the cosmic web.
Yeah, so when you look at the cosmic web, you're basically seeing where the dark matter is in the universe.
Oh, that's cool.
So it is pervasive, but it's
yeah.
But there's also voids.
Mm-hmm. But dark energy.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and it's causing the universe to
It's pushing us away.
expand out, and then we enter the heat, death, and decay. Ron says they're fixing to make something real scary for adult audiences. Yeah, we let us know.
Yes.
Let us know when you got that, because that sounds great.
Yeah, and the ghost of Vera's enemies are plotting against me because they know that I'm right, and that she should.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was gonna bring up.
No, she just she should have gotten recognition that she deserved, and she was very gracious about it.
Sounds like a conspiracy from the cabal of the deep state.
And as you learned, what was it last night, that if you're dead, you don't get a Nobel Prize?
I didn't. I mean.
I guess you have to be alive when they announce it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still, can't they just be because they discovered it, you just give their family a plaque or something? They don't have to get a check, but just hey, an in memoriam prize.
Yeah, I don't know.
Posthumous honoree.
I don't know why they do it that way.
An honorable mention?
They should. I mean, they really should. And it actually came up. It came up not too long ago. It wasn't in what we were watching when you discovered this. I guess it was Nova. We were watching.
Yeah, we were watching a piece on Nova on neutrinos.
Neutrinos. And
because that's how we to spend our time occasionally.
And that it was some discovery that got the Nobel Prize, but the main person was deceased.
Oh yeah, it was Bruno
Mars.
It was with how neutrinos. Oh,
but that was in what we were watching. But this was something else. I don't remember what it was though.
Wasn't it? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, it's irrelevant.
Oh, but the guy who defected to Russia.
Yeah, it was that guy.
Yeah, the Italian started with a P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruno Cava?
No, I thought it was.
There was I don't know.
Anyway, so there was this guy. He was part of this instrumental group in understanding, basically the atom and what occurs in atoms and the smallest constituents of the universe. And he was one of the physicists that said that neutrinos could actually change what type of neutrino.
They could oscillate.
It's called neutrino oscillation, but they can change what flavor they are as they fly through the universe. And it was proven, and one of the physicists who was involved in this got the Nobel Prize, but the other one did not because he died.
Okay, but I mean, I still think they just do a little
Like a little plaque.
A little plaque. You
Like-
know, maybe
like
there should be like a
memoriam.
like I don't know, like there's a at that wherever they give the Nobel prizes at. There's a wall.
In Sweden,
And then
Stockholm.
and then on the wall they just have it's like they just have the plaques for everybody that deserves one.
Yeah, considering the
should get
the numbers of people that were killed with dynamite, which is what Nobel invented, then he should actually give Nobel prizes to, or some sort of memorial to people that have died, that have advanced the fields of economics or, English writing.
I would like to touch base on something, because I never thought about it and never knew it, and so people can get more insight to how my brain doesn't operate well. But my mom says she saw that nova on neutrinos. She says good, a little beyond her pay grade. It's okay.
Meanwhile,
Mom, me too. I was like,
I was so excited.
He was really into it.
I was really into it because that's my thing.
And then you gave a couple
particles.
spoilers that I'm sure I knew but didn't remember, and then
I absolutely love particle physics. But anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize that. I don't know why I didn't realize that the Nobel Prize was named after somebody, and I didn't know what they did. So
yeah, he invented dynamite.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
But I mean, technically, didn't like the Chinese with gunpowder?
Yeah, but I guess he put it in stick form.
Oh, that's all it takes.
Put a fuse.
That's all it takes, everyone.
Light this and throw it. If you don't, I get your money anyway.
Okay.
So, well, for your mom in 9 days, I will be in Oregon.
He can explain all the things.
So we can talk about it. We can talk about neutrinos, because it really is it is a cool story.
Yeah, and then the only thing in the universe, as we learned in the last episode, the only thing in the universe not
trying to kill you,
or they can't kill you. It's just
It really does not care about you at all.
It's just these little particles,
right through you.
Just particles flying about, changing flavors.
Yeah, I just want to do my thing. I'm just
going. It's like the whale in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where he's just falling and just changing shapes into all these different things, and he's just like, why am I here? What am I doing? Where am I going? Although that whale does impact the Earth, so it doesn't,
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, and I was thinking about this today, for some reason, that, and it might be the reason why I love particle physics so much, is because, yes, when we experience the universe, mm-hmm. and we think about the big things, we think about the stars, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. and today we're thinking about them
doing some crazy ass fucking explosions,
burping and farting. And then we think of galaxies and black holes and things like that. And black holes are amazing themselves too. Yeah.
They're the vacuums of space in the vacuum of space.
Right, but we're gonna have to take a drink, aren't we?
Why?
Because in Lord of the Rings.
Oh. I was like, nobody said anything. Hitchhiker's Guide isn't a reference.
No. Boromir says that basically he says it's interesting that that our fates are tied to such a small thing, the ring, right? And so the fates of the universe are tied to the tiny, not the large.
The tiniest
to
things.
The smallest things in the universe, to the neutrinos and how they operate and then what they do. Are there 3? Are there 4? Are there more types of neutrinos? Right now we only know there's 3. Those have real implications to the ultimate fate of the universe. And so the ultimate fate of the universe is tied to the tiny and not the large. Not the burping stars, not
it's
not
the
galaxies.
Tiny that makes the large.
It is a tiny that makes the large, and the thing is about these tiny, they don't give a fuck about gravity. They don't make a lot of gravity themselves.
The only things that give a fuck about gravity are us, because we perceive gravity.
Yeah.
I mean, Dog Jack doesn't give a shit about gravity. Because he doesn't know gravity's a thing.
Unless he's fallen.
And then he's like,
and
whoa.
he never falls.
Well, he does fall.
Where does he fall?
Like off the ottoman.
Oh, yeah. But it's not very far.
No.
It's not very far. Yeah. I don't even know how to bring this back to burping stars.
I don't know either. I mean, it's the Hangover. This is what happens. It's for just random. It's for a conversation to randomly go. To know where that a conversation has gone before.
Yeah, and I mean, you saw how excited I was with the neutrinos.
My mom said suspect 4 though, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
Which could be responsible for dark energy.
Could be.
Could be.
It's the ghost neutrino. It is the ghost neutrino, and it's what's responsible for neutrinos basically changing their flavors. So right now, the understanding is there's 3 types of neutrinos, and then you have 3 types of what are called leptons.
Vanilla, strawberry,
electron,
and chocolate.
There's the electron neutrino, the muon neutrino, and the tau.
Tau.
Yeah. And
I like the muons. I'll think of a cow joke. Just keep going.
All right. So. Yeah, and so the standard model, which is what governs the physics of these really small particles, says that you have 3 types of leptons, so electrons, muons, and tau particles, and then you have 3 corresponding neutrinos. And so if they find a 4th one, then that really just kind of changes everything. Cool Ranch neutrinos.
Cool Ranch neutrinos.
I'm cool with that. Oh, so we name them off the Doritos.
I like it. Yeah.
So you have your regular
cheese. You have regular nacho cheese neutrinos.
Yeah. But then you know
Cool
what?
Ranch neutrinos.
For Muon, which is slightly heavier than maybe spicy. That could be the spicy nacho Doritos. So that's the spicy one.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of spicy.
Well, you don't have to like it. I mean, the good news about the Muons is that they decay pretty quickly.
Oh, okay.
And so you do end up with electrons in the end. But so you're still with the Doritos. We're going to rewrite the whole standard model.
Maybe the Muons are like grass-fed.
That's actually drink worthy. Yeah, I think you need to hit the drink. Take a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are grass-fed. What cows are not grass-fed?
They
give them the hay?
And they give them the hay and the corn and shit, and they keep them all
yeah, miserable.
Yeah.
They don't have to get the cows that are near our house. Yeah. They are grass-fed.
Yeah,
they have a really good life up until the last day, and then it's not so good. No, she can't be stopped. Not at all.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Thank you.
Like I said, it deserved a drink.
Yeah.
It deserved a drink. That was good. And a burp. Yeah, so I don't even know what the hell we're talking about now.
We've diverted from prominences and solar flares and CMEs to neutrinos.
If you haven't watched the Nova episode on neutrinos, I think it's this season. You should watch it. It really
it's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
And I gotta say, tacky neutrinos.
Just like tachyons.
So they have built through various experiments, various detectors to try and detect them and understand them and, confirm the hypotheses of how they should behave and how many they should detect and blah, 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 blah. But there's I don't know if it's the most recent detector, but the one in Japan where it is the most gorgeous science experiment.
Yeah, these observatories are really cool.
It's like this. I don't remember how big it is or whatnot, but it's like
this. Very big.
It's underground and it's like filled. This area that's filled with pure water, and then it has all these they look like just the golden bubbles surrounding all the water, but they're these sensors.
Yeah, those are the detectors.
They're the detectors, and I just want to go in there because it just looks so peaceful and beautiful.
Yeah, and I think I read that that the people, the technicians, they actually go out into the water like once a week on
they
boats.
go on boats. They have
They
little
go on
inflatable boats.
That they go in, and
just
yeah, so those detectors are looking basically for little flashes of light,
mm-hmm.
and so neutrinos are basically, you have billions and billions of neutrinos that are just
they're hitting you right now. They're
going,
flowing through you right now,
going right through you every second.
Pew pew pew.
And most of these neutrinos are from the sun, but then you also have some neutrinos that are coming from interstellar space and from other stars and things like that. You have some neutrinos that are coming from the Big Bang.
And you admit neutrinos,
which I did not know.
That's
I did
cool.
not know that, and so that is that is really cool. And so these neutrinos do not interact with anything. And neutrino is Italian for little neutral one.
Little neutral one. Neutrino.
Yeah, and so the next pizza we make is going to be called a neutrino.
Is it? Because I was thinking, like, the next dog we get.
Oh,
if it's a small dog.
Except, yeah, but you know what? I want a German Shepherd.
I know you do.
But it will still be named
little
neutral one. Little neutrino. I don't even know where it's going, but anyway, and so, but you fill this really big water tank filled with this water, maybe heavy water or something.
Pure. They said it was the
pure water,
purest water.
And just one of those neutrinos, maybe once a day or something, might impact one of those atoms, and it will create light that these detectors can they can see. But the original detectors for neutrinos, it was dry cleaning fluid. That's chlorine.
Yeah, chlorine, and the chlorine then would turn into argon.
Yeah, radioactive argon.
And so they could detect then the change, or they would measure to see, then they would take it and collect it and see how much argon.
Yeah, they would drain it like once a week or something, right?
Yeah, and see how much argon was there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just amazed. Look, I'm just amazed that as a species, we have figured out how, not just like thinking about, oh, invisible particles, cool, but then figuring out how to build experiments to possibly detect them, send spacecrafts to check out the sun, like all of these like amazing technologies that our brains have somehow been able to just think about and then create and bring into reality is just amazing to me.
Yeah. So, and this is coming from somebody who just idolizes the theorist, okay? The true hero of physics are the experimentalists.
Yeah, because they come up prove the shit.
Well, yeah, but
you thought it? All right, I'll go find it.
They come up with a way to prove.
Yeah.
It's like Einstein can sit in his room all day long and
be like, oh, well, you see, I think, I don't know what
he was not Italian.
I was trying to go for German.
That was Italian. So he can sit in his room in Munich, and come up with the special theory of relativity all day long. And I say it like, long. Oh, God, so fucking easy, man. Anybody
all right,
can do this.
Look, things go up, they come down. All right?
And
done.
But it was Eddington who goes, oh, shit, I need to go on a boat and see a solar eclipse and take a picture and, be able to prove this. And so it really and truly... And so the people who came up with the standard model, which governs the physics of the small, you can do that from your office or your home during a pandemic, like Einstein did. Not Einstein, Newton. But it's the experimentalist.
The guy that's got to go find a fucking copper mine, dig that out further, build a giant tank, fill it with fucking
water
cleaner,
or chlorine or
solvent.
But also leads to people making the Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah. Let's build a machine.
Yeah.
That goes in a loop underground.
Between two countries.
That then we can then make invisible things go real fast and smash into each other.
Yeah, and And we can see what these invisible things do with this ingenious thing called a bubble chamber, which is going to be my next fucking tattoo. Yeah, bubble chamber thing.
Bubble chamber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Higgs boson, something like that.
Well, Brandon just got a pulsar map.
Yeah.
Bron says ultra hipster drink. This is peak hipster. This vodka was generated from neutrinos and harvested with an eyedropper. Isn't it a misnomer or a myth that we only use a small part of our brain? I remember that being said, but then I've heard also that was actually that we've proven since that we don't. That was a
I don't know. I really don't know.
My mom saw a picture of Einstein talking to Marie Curie. Well, the conversation would be like, thanks for talking to me. Now I have radiation poisoning because she just was radioactive.
Yeah, she was radioactive.
But yeah, that would be, that'd be.
But her husband got hit by a bus. Oh. Yeah, he got hit by a bus.
I don't know. Better than, I guess, dying of radiation sickness.
Yeah, radiation poisoning,
later on.
Yeah, but but you know who I feel sorry for?
Sorry. That was Jack that said the hipster drink. I'm sorry, Ron. You were correct. Thank you.
So they would make, the watches that had the glow in the dark hands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so in the 1920s and 30s when they were making a lot of these watches.
They had those back then? I thought that was like an 80s thing.
Yeah, no. So 1920s, 1930s, there was this whole factory of these women that were actually painting the dials on the watches. A lot of them would lick the brush, dip it into the radioactive whatever it was, and then oh fuck, Rod, I'm telling this story as you say this.
Well, this was back with our response to Marie Curie, so ties in nicely though. Thank you.
Yeah. Like massive cancer in their heads, wow. Yeah, I mean. But in the 1920s, be honest though, at the time,
the cheap labor. But
in the 1920s, they didn't understand the repercussions of this.
That's true.
So, it was only later
that they were like, wait a minute,
that
with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and they were like, uh-oh.
Yeah, and even with the nuclear bomb, they were not sure what the implications were going to be
until after they detonate them, and then all these people were coming forward with shit or having children that were, and they were like, oh.
But even when they did the practice bomb, whatever to test it, the testing bomb in White Sands in New Mexico.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't know if it's going to ignite the atmosphere.
But
let's do it anyway. It'll be a blast. Let's do it anyway.
Ron says, Radium Girls, hot and jealous. Radium Girls. That could be like a punk girl band name.
Actually, yeah. Radium Girls?
The Curies.
The Curies?
The Curies.
Okay, that's no. Not as a punk band. Radium, yeah, I can see that. Radium Girls. But actually, the punk crowd, pretty smart and savvy crowd, they might get it. The Curies, I don't know. That sounds like The Cure. That sounds like a Cure cover band to me. The Curies.
That's what makes it punk, is because it's a parody of. But anyway, I don't know. I've never pictured the punk crowd as how'd you just describe
They're savvy.
Smart
and
savvy?
Smart and savvy.
I wouldn't describe the punk or the metalhead crowd that way. Ever.
Okay, I'm glad you said the metalhead crowd, because I was gonna have to take exception.
Although, let's think about Brian Mays. The Offspring guy. He does have a PhD in chemistry.
Yeah, Brian is Brian Mays not punk or metal?
Glam rock.
Queen.
It's glam rock.
Okay, all right.
That's closer to metal than punk.
All right. There's some smart
This
fuckers.
is a weird conversation now that we're
There's some
getting.
smart fuckers that are in music.
That's true.
Okay, so
Musicians can't have to be. They kind of have to be smart because they gotta figure. I can't figure out how to fucking make
Yeah,
sounds
so
come together nicely.
lead singer of Offspring, Dexter Holland, has a PhD.
in.
He has a PhD. Actually, PhD in molecular biology.
Oh, okay.
With I think he worked on HIV.
Oh wow.
Stuff.
Okay, I didn't know that.
The lead singer of Bad Religion has a PhD.
Getting taken to town now.
When,
I don't know the educational backgrounds of
well, no,
metal bands that I listen to.
The thing is I do think, and I'll catch shit for this from somebody, but I do think that the punk and the metal bands are much smarter and savvier than the pop bands.
Oh yeah.
I don't say that to pander. I don't say that to pander at all. It is these. I think these are people. I think your punk and your metal bands think about the world in a little bit deeper detail than some of the superficial shit that we hear from other people. I mean, just stereotypically, this is just stereotypically, the metal bands are looking at, you know, like religious type iconography.
Look, metal bands, they're just fucking angry at the world. And
Yeah, but punk is too.
Yeah.
Punk is angry at the world as well.
Punk bands are political, whereas the metal bands are a little bit more, I don't know.
Okay, so Ron says you win. I don't quite remember what you win for, though. What do you win for?
All the things.
All the things, that's true.
Katie, that's why she says that's why I like STEAM over STEM, because it adds the A for the art. Creative and experimental thinking is involved in both art and science, which is very true.
Which is why we did R360. Yes, because I know I've said this before. Art and science are two sides of the same coin. So they're both looking for beauty in the universe, whereas science is looking for that objective beauty, something that you can reproduce or experiment, stuff like that. Did I say objective?
Yes.
Okay. Art is subjective. What is beautiful to me is not necessarily beautiful to you. And
just both different ways to explore.
Yeah, but we're all looking... But both are looking for a beauty in the universe.
Looking for something.
Yeah. I don't even know. We're so far off the rails. In this, but it's been great.
On a wild ride. It's been a lot of fun.
It really has. I'll say I have to agree with Mike. Oh, metal and punk seem to be much more carefully and artfully crafted than music that is intended for why. Yeah, I mean.
Thank you, Ron.
Because I think metalheads and punks look at the world differently than everybody else. And
yeah, because they're not trying to play to that. It's not crafted to be pleasing to everybody's palate, and just be generic. In that sense, it is, hey, we're angry about something or whatever about something, and we're expressing those feelings and our view of what we're experiencing in this musical form.
Right, and I do think that punks do have a lot more of a fuck you attitude than metalheads.
Oh, punks are more fuck you. Metalheads are more, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
I really do like kind of the stories that the metalheads tell in their songs.
It's more polished.
It's polished punk is what it is. Holy shit, right? So when Liz and I first got together, I just said that metal was polished punk, and she took exception to that. Did not like that at all. But both of them have basically a fuck you attitude. I think there's a lot of similarities, and the Jimmy Eat World song "My Best Friend's a Metalhead." I mean, punks. Yeah, there were a lot of fights between punks and metalheads when I was a kid, but
Really?
yeah, there were. Yeah.
The punks were not in the same group as the metalheads. I was friends with both groups.
No,
but...
they weren't, and there was. I don't know why there was such a fight between them.
That's because they're both like trying to be all edgy and on the outside of society and going against the norms, and it's like
yeah, but you both are.
Egos get involved then.
Yeah, you both are. You don't have to claim that we are the. You don't have to say punks or metalheads are the epitome of edgy.
Is that Polish punk, Ron? Try Polish punk.
Well, I might have to actually kind of look for some Polish punk now.
That's interesting because it's like the heaviest metal, like the black metal and shit. That's like Norway, Finland.
Well, they
Sweden.
don't get any sun.
They don't get any sun. They get a lot of darkness. So yeah, of course they have like the best black metal.
And you know what? When I was in Łódź, Poland, spelled Lodz.
Lodz. Łódź.
Łódź, Poland. I was doing a training class, and the sun set literally like at 3:30.
Oh, that's wild.
I walked back to the hotel in darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I walked to the training site in darkness, and I walked to the hotel in darkness.
Wow,
how
weird.
It was bizarre, but Łódź was just. That was a cool experience. It was a cool experience because it was a mixture of, you could see Soviet era buildings that were in major decay, disrepair and decay, mixed with modern buildings like the hotel I stayed at and the museum that I was doing the training at, mixed with, oh man, this church has been here for 500 fucking years.
Wow.
And talking with the people that were there, that lived there, talking to people that live in Łódź, I mean, they were honest, and they were like, hey, look, we don't like the Russians, and we don't like the Germans for obvious fucking reasons, but I think that's not the block. That's good. But then what they told me shocked me, which was, but we hold Napoleon in high esteem. And I was like, why do you guys like Napoleon? Please tell me the story. And it was because Napoleon, yes, invaded Poland on his way to Russia, but he was like, you guys do what the fuck you want to do. I don't care.
He let them be autonomous, basically.
He let them be autonomous. And that's why they actually like Napoleon, but they hate the Russians, absolutely hate them. Mm-hmm. And for obvious reasons, hate the Germans.
Fair.
Which is very fair.
I mean, all that, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Disparity? Disparity? It's
there
really,
was so...
all that disparity, it's really enough to just really make you woozy.
All right, take a drink. That's good. Take a drink. I don't know if it's that we're late in this, but
is a new rule just like
whatever Liz says, just take a drink whenever she's punny. That actually should be a new rule. Liz puns, but we'd be out of drinks within 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, that was, of all the places I visited, mm-hmm. I think that is actually kind of one of my favorite places. Mm-hmm. And it was, I could go from my hotel, I could see the buildings, the Soviet era buildings that are near collapse, walk over to the mall, and just be in Americana. Mm-hmm. It was, if nobody was talking, you would swear that you are in a mall in mid-America.
But how about those pierogies, though?
Oh, fuck. Mm. Those were good. So, on the last night, Tom and his girlfriend took me to this restaurant, and they just loaded me up with pierogies, and they were so good. It was a tour of Poland.
Via pierogi.
Via pierogi. And, Poland is probably, I don't know, as big as Texas. I don't know. It's not that big. But each region has their own pierogi.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And
it's like different regions of barbecue.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true. And it was so good. And I don't think Tom and his girlfriend really quite understood how, as an outsider, I just loved all of this. And I realized that they're quite territorial with their pierogies. And
so our freezer ones in the freezer section at fucking Smith's or wherever, not gonna cut it.
Not gonna cut it for Tom. But it's so territorial that, like, when they do their holidays, like if they go, like if Tom and his girlfriend go to family members that are in, like, I don't know, South Poland or something, I don't know, it's different pierogies, and you don't mix the pierogies at all.
Wow.
And so they get different pierogies if they go, like, to Tom's family.
We started this episode talking about solar flares.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about
pierogies
in Poland.
This is why you really and truly should not have me be in charge of an episode.
This would happen regardless. It's the Hangover. This is what happens. It's just a free-for-all of thought and puns and what have you.
And this is why only like 5 people listen to us.
That's great. It's fine.
Or at least join us on YouTube.
Anyway, I think this has been fun, and I think
we should call it.
We should call it here.
All right, let's do it.
Because really, who knows? We could go on for many hours and end up in depths untold.
So, I want everybody to go out tonight, have some pierogies, for one thing, in honor of Tom and all of Whoosh, all of Poland.
In honor of all of Poland. No, they've been through some shit. They've been walked all over.
Yeah, well, Poland's got some shit going on right now with
do they?
It's not Ukraine, Belarus, I think is what it is. They got some shit going on. So,
Eastern Europe.
have a pierogi for Poland, and we'll see you next week, where we talk about the astronomers of Thanksgiving, right?
Yes, we're doing the astronomers of Thanksgiving, and we have a special guest.
Yes, and they're going to dress as a pilgrim. They don't know it yet, but we're going to make them dress as a pilgrim, and if they don't, then, it's going to be like one of those, elementary thing where you get the...
Oh yeah, we'll go get we'll go to a public restroom and get one of the toilet seat covers, and then we'll get some cardboard.
Well, yeah, and like a paper bag. So we're doing this.
Oh my god. Okay.
We just have to find the hat.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Of course, follow us on all the things at Drinking Cosmos on Twitter and Cosmos with Cosmos everywhere else. And we'll see you next time. This has been fun. So
we'll see you in a week, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Get your shots. Flu shots. All the shots.
All the shots. All the things. Anyway.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye, everyone.